JT Blinds showroom in San Fernando, California with Steve Tristan, CEO and President. How you doing, Steve?
Good. How are you, Tim?
Good, good. So why don't you tell me about this Easy Choice program that you have here? This is the blind, right?
Yeah, this is the blind. It's the Easy Choice vertical blind. It's made of recycled material, recycled plastic.
Mm-hmm.
And we basically have developed this based on bringing back old blinds and reusing those into making new blinds.
Wow.
It's a great program. The Easy Choice recycling is, like I said, bringing it all back and, and having it all made into the new product.
It looks really nice. Why don't you show me is that like an S-curve design or what?
Yeah, it's an S-curve design, and basically what it does is it gives the look of like a drapery while it's up. It's a more deluxe version, designer version of the blind. There's also a standard version that's more tailored towards apartment buildings. This is more for a residential application, although we have had other apartment buildings and management companies use this material as well.
It looks like it's got a little design in there too, right?
Yeah, it's a texture. We have the texture because of the process that's required to make the product and reuse the material. You can't have a smooth product, so you have to have some sort of texture on it. This one is actually a color wash, which is a two-color process. It has a darker beige as well as a white color in there with it as well.
Okay. How did you get inspired to get into this recycling program?
Initially, my sales manager Ivan Kincannon, brought it to my attention and was really interested in doing more for the environment, and we decided to develop this program. And when I started doing more research about it and learning more about how awful plastic is, and how much it fills landfills, and the chemicals that are in PVC specifically is oil, and it being an oil-based product, petroleum-based product, you can't make much else other than blinds out of it or other construction type materials.
Yeah.
But when it fills a landfill or ends up in the ocean, then I learned how San Francisco and other cities were dumping from around the world, dumping trash directly into the ocean. It was awful. And I said, how could they do that? And then we found out about what a gyre is and how the Great Pacific Garbage Patch is twice the size of Texas. That's plastic floating at the top of the of the ocean that fish and they eat. And I've seen videos of sea turtles that are 120 years old eating a plastic trash bag. And it's interesting. On one Saturday I was driving to go somewhere. I was in my truck and I'm driving, and I turn and I look and I see a big stack of vertical blinds thrown on the side of the road. I was in shock. I was like, how could somebody just throw this out here? And they were wrapped. They were wrapped with tape. They wrapped them, put them in their truck or wherever in their car, and they just threw them on the side of the road. And I was like, I went and I picked them up. But before I did that, I took a photo, and it's on our Facebook, and it's I think it's on our website as well. And I just said, this is awful. We need to do something about this as not just a community, as a people, but just something. I mean, it's terrible. So
guys are just basically throwing them away, and
well, in talking to the property management industry, I ask every single one of the maintenance supervisors as well as regionals and people in the corporate office, what do you guys do with your blinds when you take them down on a unit turn? They basically say they throw them in a trash dumpster, and 9 times out of 10 that's going to end up in a landfill. There are some companies that will do recycled materials like Waste Management. I know they will turn all their trash into fuel, but they're more expensive than anybody else. So a lot of companies will not use their service. So make a long story short, they'll just throw them away in the trash. Same thing with the consumer. Talk to a consumer, they take their blinds down, they throw them in the trash. If they end up in a landfill or a recycling center somehow, even the cords in like mini blinds or faux wood blinds or wood blinds, those cords can't go through the process of recycling, so they're just going to end up throwing them back in the landfill anyhow.
Yeah. So what is they just bring them here or what?
They can, a consumer can bring them here. If we're installing a job for a consumer or for an apartment, we'll bring those back and have them recycled. If it's a remodel or if it's a ship out customer, we will set up containers for them. Usually, depending on the size of the property, it could be a drum or it could be a big box, depending on the size of what they're using, and they could fill those up, and our people, our drivers, will go out and pick them up here in the state of California. We're working on this program to develop it and grow it nationwide, but we're starting here in California today.
Wonderful. And this is affordable?
It's very affordable.
Okay.
I would say that if it's a consumer's purchasing this, they're paying the same price as they would a standard vertical blind in the market today. For apartments, it's going to be a little more. There is more of a cost associated with it because of all the material we're bringing back. You know, it costs more to run those trucks and to re-extrude all this stuff than it actually is to make new product. But you know, we're very passionate about this. We really, you know, want to make sure this thing works because, you know, if not, I mean, you know, you see milk bottles and soda cans everywhere and soda bottles everywhere, but, you know, just imagine how many millions of pieces of these slats are out there in the environment as well. So.
Okay. So it sounds like a wonderful program. You know, it's something that the consumer can do to help the environment and also get a great product in return.
Right. And, you know, one of the things that we're working on for coming up in February 18th to be specific, is a blind drive. Anybody can bring their blinds back, and we're going to give incentives for the consumer or for anybody to bring back their old blinds, even if they didn't buy them from us. Because as far as I know, in this country, there's not another company recycling blinds the way we are. You know, they basically will try to sell a green product, which is not even, you know, a recycled product. It's just a new product, just like a bamboo shade or something like that, or something that's good for insulating your window. They're calling that a green product. Well, the vertical blind obviously is in a lot of homes, a lot of apartment buildings, and it's a low-cost product. And this is a great solution for a low-cost product. So.
Wow, so February 18th, you're going to have a blind drive.
Yes. People
could come, bring their blinds in. I also understand you're going to be donating some of the good working blinds.
Yes, any of the good working blinds that come back, we will donate to Habitat for Humanity. We've already been in contact with them and worked out all the details. And we're hoping to get a really good response, and it'll be good for the community as well as, you know, for those in need around the country as well as around the world.
Sounds good.
Good.
Thank you.
You're welcome.